Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasadanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tera Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tera Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Stotra Tasya Srimad Divine Grace Srila His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Pramanande Hari
Hari Hari Bol.
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo pankajanabhaya
Namo pankajanabhaya.
Namaha pankajamaline
Namo pankajamaline.
Namaha pankajanetraya
Namah pankajanetraya.
Namaste pankangraye
Namaste pankajangrahe.
Namaha pankajanabhaya
Namah pankajanabhaya.
Namaha pankajamaline
Namaha
Pankajamaline.
Namaha pankajanetraya
Namah pankajanetraya.
Namaste pankangraye
Namaste pankajangrahe.
Please recite.
Namaha pankajanabhaya.
Namaha pankajanabhaya
Namaha pankajamaline.
Namaha pankajanamaline
Namah pankajanetraya.
Namah
Pankajanaya.
Namaste pankajanghraye.
Namaste
Namaste
Pankangraye.
Pankanghraye.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Namaha pankajanabhaya.
Namaha Pankajanabhaya.
Namaha
Pankajamalini.
Namaha
Pankajanetraya. Namaste Pankanghraye.
Yeah, Manish Prabhu, please.
Namah
Prabhuji,
Namaha
can I?
Pankajanabhaya
Namaha Pankajanabhaya.
Namaha
Pankajanabhaya.
Pankajamalini
Namaha Pankajamaline.
Namaha
Pankajamalini.
Pankajanetraya
Namaha Pankajanetraya.
Namaha
Namaste
Pankajanetraya.
Pankajagre.
Namaste
Namaste
Pankajangraye.
Pankanghraye. Prabhuji, I like to say
Yeah, please. Sridevi Mataji.
Namaha Pankajanabhaya.
Namaha Pankajanabhaya.
Namaha Pankajamalini.
Namaha Pankajamaline.
Namaha Pankajanetraya.
Namaha Pankajanetraya.
Namaste Pankangraya.
Namaste Pankangraye.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Namaha.
Namaha.
All respectful obeisances. Pankajanabhaya.
Pankajanabhaya.
Unto the Lord,
Unto the Lord,
The Lord
who has a specific depression
who
who
has
has
a
a
specific
depression
resembling
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 a lotus flower
a
a
lotus
lotus
flower
flower
in the center of his abdomen.
in the center of his abdomen.
Namaha.
Namaha
Obeisances.
Obeisances.
Pankajamaline.
Pankajamalini.
One who is always decorated
One
One
who
who
is
is always decorated
with a garland of lotus flowers.
with
the
a
garland
garland
of
of lotus flowers.
flowers.
Namaha.
Namaha
Obeisances.
obeisances.
Pankajanetraya.
Pankajanetraya.
One whose glance
One whose
One
glance
whose glance
is as cooling
is
is
as
as
cooling
cooling
as a lotus flower.
as
as
a
a
lotus
lotus
flower.
flower.
Namaste.
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 Respectful obeisances unto you.
Respectful
Respectful obeisances
obeisances
unto you.
Pankajangraye.
Pankajanghraye.
Pankanghraye.
Unto you.
Unto you,
The soles of whose feet
The
the
soles
souls
of whose feet
are engraved
are
are
engraved
engraved
with lotus flower,
with
with
lotus
lotus
flowers,
flowers,
and
and
who are therefore
who are therefore
said to possess
said
said
to
to
possess
possess
lotus feet.
lotus
lotus
feet.
feet.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Jai.
My respectful obeisances are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garland of lotus flower, whose glance is as cool as the lotus, and whose feet are engraved with lotuses. Perfect. Here are some of the specific symbolic marks on the spiritual body of the personality of Godhead, which distinguish his body from the bodies of all others. They are all special features of body of the Lord. The Lord may appear as one of us, but he is always distinct by his specific bodily features. Srimati Kunti claims herself unfit to see the Lord because of her being a woman. This is claimed because women, Sudras, and Dijabandhus, or the wretched descendant of the higher three classes, are unfit by intelligence to understand transcendental subject matter concerning the spiritual name, fame, attributes, forms, etc. of the Supreme Absolute Truth. Such persons, although they are unfit to enter into spiritual affairs of the Lord, can see him as the arca-vigraha, who descends on the material world just to distribute favors to the fallen souls, including the above mentioned women, Sudras, and Dijabandhus. Because such fallen souls cannot see anything beyond matter, the Lord condescends to enter into each and every one of the innumerable universes as the Garbhodakasai Vishnu, who grows a lotus stem from the lotus-like depression and the center of his abdominal as transcendental abdomen. And thus Brahma, the first living being, and the universe is born. Therefore, the Lord is known as pankajanabhi. Pankajanabhi, Lord accepts the arca-vigraha, his transcendental form, in different elements, namely a form within mind, a form made of wood, a form made of earth, a form made of metal, a form made of a jewel, a form made of paint, a form drawn on sand, etc. All such forms of Lord are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers. There should be a soothing atmosphere in the temple of worship to attract the burning attention of non-devotees, always engaged in material wranglings. The meditators worship a form within the mind. Therefore, the Lord is merciful even to the women, Sudras, and Dijabandhus, provided they agree to visit the temple of worship in different forms made for them. Such temple visitors are not idolaters, as alleged by some man with poor fund of knowledge. All the great acharyas establish such temples of worship in all places, just to favor the less intelligent, and one should not pose himself as transcending the stage of temple worship while one is actually in the category of Sudras and the women or less. One should begin to see the Lord from his lotus feet, gradually rising to the thigh, waist, chest, and face. One should not try to look at the face of the Lord without being accustomed to seeing the lotus feet of the Lord. Srimati Kunti Devi, because of her being the aunt of Lord, didn't begin to see the Lord from the lotus feet because the Lord might feel ashamed. And thus, Kunti Devi, just to save a painful situation for the Lord, began to see the Lord just above his lotus feet. That is, from the waist of the Lord, gradually rising to the face, and then down to the lotus feet. In the round, everything there is in order. Hare Krishna. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirveshesa Sunyavadi Pasyati Desatarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for attending the Bhagavatam class. As I have been telling, early morning must be spent in Nama Smarana, Nama Japa, and Bhagavat Sravana, Bhagavat Kirtana. What we are seeing is very wonderful. Kunti Devi is offering her prayer to Krishna's lotus nabhi, pankajanabhi. So he is offering, that is, Krishna's, in everybody's abdomen there is a depression. And that depression is called nabhi. And you see, because Krishna has originally nabhi, that is why all his creation, in all his creation, from all human beings to demigods, everyone has a nabhi. Because Lord manifests his energy in his form. Can you tell these people they're talking too much? So they pankajanabhi. So the depression of Lord's abdomen is like a lotus flower. You know, you see a lotus flower, and so it is marked or engraved like lotus flower. I don't know whether you are able to realize it, but that is how it is. It's not simply description that Lord's abdomen has a depression like lotus. It is. Otherwise, he will not be called pankajanabhi. Namo pankajanabhaya. Namo pankajamaline. So all of you can feel this. Lord is always wearing transcendental, wearing the garland of transcendental lotus flower. Lotus flower that would never pale. So that is spiritual lotus flower. And they are very soft, very fragrant, and fully conscious. These lotus flowers, they are constantly trying to increase their beauty, their fragrance, their softness to please Krishna. So the garland as a whole is there, or adorning the neck and body of the Lord to please the Lord. So, Namo pankajanabhaya, Namo pankajamaline, Namaha pankajanetraya. So, that which is the lotus flower, I don't know how many of you have experienced. Lotus flower creates a soothing sensation, and so it is very soft and soothing. Similarly, Krishna's eyes are like lotus petal, very large. Krishna's eyes are large, and even larger than Krishna's eyes are the eyes of his consort. And so vishalakshi, so that's why Radharani is known as vishalakshi. Vishalakshi means large-eyed. Okay, so Krishna's eyes are very soothing because he's full of compassion. He's full of compassion. He is seeking the association of his dear devotees. He wants to bless them by his glance. So his eyes are very soothing. Pankaja netraya. Namaste pankangraye. As we saw, Krishna's lotus feet has soul. Soul, you understand, right? Soul को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? Soul, S-O-L-E.
आत्मा आत्मा
हैं?
आत्मा
अरे वो आत्मा नहीं रे, एड़ी. अरे बाबा ये जो सोल
तलवा
सर तलवा तला
तलवा, अच्छा तलवा, ठीक है तलवा। भगवान की जो तलवा जो है वो वो जो है पद्म पत्र पद्म पुष्प में अंकित है। यानी कि भगवान जब बालू में चलेंगे, यू विल सी द इंप्रेशन ऑफ ए लोटस फ्लावर। ओके, तो इसीलिए उनको कहते हैं पंकजा अंघ्रा। अंघ्री मीन्स फीट, pankangraye, लोटस फीट। सो यानी कि भगवान का एक रूप है। कृष्णा हैज ए ट्रांसेंडेंटल फॉर्म। ये दिव्य रूप जो है, दिव्य रूप की वर्णन कर रहे हैं। कौन? कुंती देवी हैं। तो ऐसे तो भगवान ढके हुए हैं, तो कुंती देवी को कैसे पता चला भगवान की फॉर्म की? तो भगवान के बारे में जानने के लिए हमें श्रवण करना चाहिए। एंड आई कैन टेल यू, एज आई वाज टेलिंग यू लास्ट 1 or 2 lectures, कि कुंती देवी थ्रू आउट हर लाइफ, every day she must be inviting, she was inviting a devotee, a saint to her house, and that acharya, that devotee would be speaking about Krishna and Kunti Devi would be hearing. See, it doesn't matter who you are. You are like a royal lady, Kunti, royal warrior like Bhishma, royal archer like Arjuna. Doesn't matter whether you are a poor Brahmana like Sudama. Doesn't matter. आप कोई भी हो, आप गरीब हो, धनाढ्य हो, आप पावरफुल हो, आप insignificant हो, whatever you are, if you are a devotee, you will naturally wake up early morning and chant Hare Krishna. You will hear bhagavatam. You will plan your dincharya, daily activities in such a way they are all centered around Krishna. You will do things for Krishna. So Kunti Devi, उनकी बचपन से है, बचपन from her childhood, she is a Krishna devotee. It is not that Kunti Devi is a eternal associate of Krishna, so she is a devotee from her childhood. And but इधर प्रभुपाद जी बहुत एक इम्पोर्टेंट बात कह रहे हैं। कुंती देवी अपने आप को एक औरत की हैसियत से प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं। कुंती देवी is not a lady. Kunti Devi is not a girl. Kunti Devi is not a woman. Kunti Devi is a pure spiritual soul, Atma, pure devotee. She is a Mahatma. But she is posing herself as a woman. Normally, in Vedic culture, women are to be confined under the protection. They must be confined under the protection of their fathers when they are children. Their children, when they are young and married, they should remain under the protection of their husbands. When they are old and widowed, they should remain under the protection of their children. So this is how the woman life must be regulated, because they need protection. Women, they need protection. They cannot go out and live like a mendicant. Just like, you see this Nagavavas. One of the scene you will have during Kumbh Mela. So in different places, Nagavavas, they're just sitting. They will not have roof on the top of their head. In the severe winter, Nagavavas will not wear any sweater. You know that? Any dress, they never. They're always without any cover. They simply wear a kaupani and that's it. These Nagavavas, they will be... so the point is, that those who are seeker of truth, in the body of a man, you have more avenues to separate yourself from this material world and pursue the path of spirituality in its ultimate rigor, and practice Krishna consciousness, being situated absolutely in Brahman. So that's very difficult for a woman to follow. Why? Because that's not recommended for a woman. A woman cannot go out and live alone on the Himalayan caves. No, it's not possible. Right? Kunti Devi is saying, no worry. We can worship Krishna in his vigraha form. Right? So a woman can be married, can stay within the family life, and still can become a pure devotee of Krishna, simply meditating on Krishna the way Kunti Devi is praying. We don't have to go away to the jungle, to the forest, and live like a sannyasi. We don't have to as a woman. You know that all of us, we have at some point of time we're in man's body and some point of time in woman body. When we get the woman body, we have to act according to that body. For setting right example for the society. Like in woman body, I can carry or bear a child in my womb. That facility is not there in man's body. So each body has certain functionality that must be accepted. We should not behave unnaturally, saying man and woman. When I talk about man and woman, I'm not talking about soul. When I'm talking about man and woman, I'm talking about the body. Two fingers, when they are not same, how can two bodies be same? The stupid idea that man and woman are equal is nonsense. No, soul is equal. The soul in the body of a man, soul in the body of a woman, they are equal. For that matter, soul in a body of an ant is also same as a soul in the body of a man or a woman or an elephant. So unfortunately, people have created a manyism based on the body, which is not accepted by Vedic literature. So dear friends, we need to take this very important instruction, as Prabhupada is saying in the purport, that even if we are in a situation where we cannot go out, we cannot be a mendicant warrior, spiritual warrior, visiting from place to place and residing under a tree every day, and a new tree, right? Wherever the night happens, we stay there. So we cannot, most of us, 99.99999% of both men and women cannot do this. So what we can do? Let's worship Krishna in his arca-vigraha form in the temple. So this woman can do, man can do, both, no issue. And by this, we can meditate, as Prabhupada is saying, we should first meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. Why lotus feet of Krishna? Because lotus feet of Krishna is the shelter of unlimited spiritual planets and trillions of material planets. That is the Krishna's lotus feet. And by meditating on Krishna's lotus feet, we are meditating on all the acharyas, all great devotees who are there residing in Krishna's lotus feet. It is not that we should go arrogantly and I am more qualified to see Krishna's lotus face. No. Kunti, Prabhupada is saying Kunti would have started with Namo pankaja anghri. She could have started Namo pankaja anghri, but because there is a very, very spiritual relation between Kunti and his and her nephew Krishna, that relationship, pure relationship, that transcendental relationship, has overwhelmed her emotion. So she is not able to offer the respect to Krishna's lotus feet in the beginning, and she is doing that at the end. Normally, when you go to any temple, we first see Krishna's lotus face. Prabhupada is bearing, is prohibiting us. He's saying that no, when you go to the temple, first look at Krishna's lotus feet. Meditate on Krishna's lotus feet. How Krishna's lotus feet is a shelter of unlimited spiritual planets and trillions of material planet universes. And then we slowly go up and meditate on his thigh or waist, and then meditate on his navel, and then chest, then neck, his hand, his hair. Then ultimately his face. That should be the last way to meditate. And this is the way to meditate on Krishna's body, Krishna's transcendental vigraha. So we must know this. And the very important aspect of worshipping Krishna in the arca-vigraha form, Srila Prabhupada is saying that we should always do nice sringara of Krishna. And the atmosphere should be so serene in the temple that non-devotees will be naturally attracted. They should feel very happy to be within the temple. Whenever we go to the temple, we should feel attracted. Like my first experience of being in, of course, we first went to Krishnan Sar's temple in house, and I was pleasantly happy to see that he has in his altar Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, because that is what I was doing before meeting him. Every day, without fail, in the evening, I'll be in Hosko's temple, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. So to be in the temple, seeing the deity, that's the best way I can utilize my time, instead of going to discotheque or beer bar or all nonsense things. If you are not in the temple, then you will be in hell. And I also, now also, when I'm remembering those days, I'm also, I'm surprised. I'm surprised at those days, and what happened those days before I, get in contact with Krishna Sir, my spiritual teacher. I was, because I had I was an ascetic, I only like to be in the temple. And my favorite temple is the only temple is Jagannath temple. And it happened that Hoskas Jagannath temple from our hostel area of IIT Delhi, there is you go to the other side of the road and there is a park. You cross that park and hardly a kilometer after that, Jagannath temple. So you have a nice walk, nice stroll, and then you reach the temple. So visiting temple is so nice, right? So when I went to his house, I saw there is Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. I felt very happy. But then the real churning happened when I visited Vrindavan. In fact, in the month of March 1993, I think 13, 14 or so, you can find out Saturday, Sunday. So Krishna sir took us to Vrindavan, Sridham Vrindavan, ISKCON Krishna Balram Mandir. Wow, that is the defining moment. In fact, after being in the temple, I realized I must live here. I must stay here. The seeing the deity, Krishna Balaram, Sisi Radha Samsundar, Sisi Gaunidai. As many times you want to see. Every time you see the deity, you feel like you should see more. And this is what is meditation. This is bigger meditation than to be in Himalayan cave. In Himalayan cave, I may have a very great danger of falling prey to mind's whims and fancies. But being in Krishna Balaram temple, watching the deity, whether it is Radha Krishna, Sisi Radha Samsundar, Sisi Gaunidai, it is so nice. So Prabhupada is saying, we must invest in our temple. How? Having a nice deity there, nice sringara, offering nice bhoga to the deity, nice arati for Krishna, Mangala arati, Sringara arati, Dhupa arati, Sayana arati. So different aratis, Gaura arati. So all these aratis, if we do, then the non-devotees, they will be also attracted. Suppose I go to the a cave, nobody would be attracted because I am in a cave. But in this, in the center of a city like Dehradun or Ranchi, you build a nice, very nice temple, beautiful temple. We are trying our best to find land in Ranchi as well as Dehradun to build nice temple, right? So, so this temple, why we want to build? Because if you build a temple, then entire city would be attracted. What is our objective of life? Objective of life is our lover is Krishna. And he is the most beautiful personality. He is the most powerful, most attractive. And we would like everyone to take shelter of his lotus feet. That is why we are working to build a nice temple. So this is what is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means we have to be very practical. In this age of Kali, chanting of the holy name with the topmost form of uh, engaging people, because you can go anywhere and do Sankirtan. Okay, and everybody will come and join, and you don't have to invest in anything. Building a temple, you have to invest, right? You have to invest. But doing Sankirtan, you can go to anybody's house and tell, let us do Sankirtan. You go to any village and train them. Do Prabhat Fari every day, early morning. Everybody, all of you are waking up. So now you wake up, but do a Prabhat Fari. Prabhat Fari means early morning. Udilo Aruna Purava Bhage Dijamani Gora Mani Jage Bhakat Samuha Loya Sathe Gela Nagar Braje. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he only demonstrated every day, early morning, he would gather all his devotees. Tathai tathai bajala kholo ghana ghana tae bajera rolo jhajera rolo preme dhala dhala sonara anga sarane. You can feel what is happening now. Also every day it is happening. Today itself it has happened. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with all his associates, he has gone out to distribute the holy name to everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the easiest thing. This is the easiest thing, that every day morning we taking people and doing a Prabhat Fari like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing, right? Morning. This Sunday, this is the first Sunday I was in Ranchi. I've gone to Ranchi many times, but I was not there for the Sunday program. And this time I was in Sunday program. And Sunday program, the temple room was jam-packed. Near the temple room, there is another room, classroom, that also jam-packed. And there is no place. And there are devotees, they came, but they could not enter inside the temple. So they have to leave. So that was the status. So then I asked, how many of you have come for the first time? And there are so many hands, they went up. I asked, how did you come? How did you come? So, and many said that this Sunday morning, our team in Ranchi, they go for Prabhat Fari. I started it. One particular, I think Saturday or Sunday, I took all of them and we did this Sankirtan around the stadium near Moravati, and they are continuing that. And many, they said, they came from that Sankirtan, Prabhat Fari, from that contact. And many others also said they came in contact with our book distribution table in the city center. So basically, we should go out, chant Krishna's name in public places, tell people, come and hear Bhagavad Gita in our temple. That is how we should spread the holy name of Krishna. So as I'm telling, doing Prabhat Fari, doing Sankirtan, you don't have to invest any energy, any money. The field is open, the parks are open, the streets are open, the houses are there. We can go anywhere. There are many temples are there. You can go anywhere and do the Sankirtan. But then once you create a mass, you have to boil it. That means you have to take this mass to the next level of realization. So that is why we have to build temples. We have to build ashramas. We have to build farm communities. We have to build educational institutes. We have to build so many ways to engage all these people in Krishna consciousness. So Queen Kunti is teaching us how to worship Krishna. So he's saying, let us worship Krishna in his arca-vigraha form and offer him obeisances the way Kunti is offering. Namo pankajanabhaya, namo pankaja namo netraya, namaste pankangraye. So, today onwards, whenever you go to the temple, before you go to the temple, the deity, please remember Kunti Devi, seek her blessings and offer this wonderful prayer. Namo pankajanabhaya, namo pankaja namo pankajanetraya, namaste pankangraye. So still my connection with Hoskas temple is so beautiful, so beautiful. Because in this temple, the Nana, the Pujari, every time I will hand over a coconut to him, he would chant, Namo Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha, Nanda Gopa Kumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namo, Namo Pankajanabhaya, Namo Pankajamaline, Namo Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankanghraye. And this is in my memory. And last time I took Anupam Shukla to this temple for a lunch, evening dinner. We had a dinner. I wanted to find out whether that Pujari is still there or not, because it's almost like now 27 years. 27 years. There is a very old Pujari and there was a young Pujari. Two Pujaris were there. Very wonderful Pujaris from Jaspur. Very dedicated Pujaris. And I didn't know where are there. I could not figure out. Then also once I took our Rakesh Oberoi we booked the prasadam, but we could not go for prasadam. I don't know. I think he had some health issues.
Heart problem, some chest pain. Some chest pain.
Acha, Radhakanta was also there. Yeah.
That's the only time I have gone there.
Yeah. So temple is meant to meditate on Krishna's arca-vigraha form, because that is also pure devotional service. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any question? I have to do Abhishekam quick.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'm so elated today hearing about Krishnan sir. I had the good fortune of being with him in Vishalakshi, and he used to conduct classes. And for my son, there were some coaching classes were there. For that, he used to conduct and call all the parents. And let me confess, I used to go because to eat only prasadam. I used to think, चलो एक संडे में खाना नहीं बनाना है, अच्छा खाना खिला देते हैं, because in my family there is no concept of going to hotels and all. So, but I used to tell, चलो एक break मिल जाता है करके. And we also had a very good fortune that in Simachalam, he conducted 1 week's class there. And he used to teach. At that time also, you won't believe, I never had this thought of learning, hearing bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita properly. Simply I would go, I thought, okay, I am having darshan of Mataji and Krishna Prabhuji, and just looking at them and eat nice prasadam and come back. And Mataji, that last day of the program, she gives me a chanting bead. And she says, you keep it with you. She was chanting with that particular bead and she gave the bag to me. And even then, you won't believe I was not chanting. I simply kept the bead bag with me. Suddenly, again, because of Dr. Bharati, I came in association with you. I took out that bag. And you won't believe I have number of books autographed by Krishnan sir, asking me, Sridevi, chant and recite the holy name of the God with all your heart and soul. See, it took me so long once again to realize 2006 and in 2020, till such time I was such a dormant, stupid soul who never thought of going towards Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I don't know.
So now, sir,
I'm
now
too
sir will be
emotional.
very happy because you are chanting regularly. So it's good.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. I mean,
Yeah.
thank
So
you.
devotees are very special. Devotees are
Hare
very
Krishna.
special. Once they are in love with Krishna, they can kindle that natural attraction that we have for Krishna. Thank you, Sridevi Mataji. And not only you got attracted to
Thank
Adam.
you, Prabhuji.
When I had my first visit to ISKCON Bangalore, all the congregation devotee who had become devotees, I asked them, literally everyone became a devotee because of Khichdi Prasadam, free Khichdi Prasadam being distributed. So I would also like that our Ranchi, I don't know whether this person, Madhusudan Mukund is hearing me or not, and also the Piyush and Neha and Sachidananda Vigraha, please make sure that we have Khichdi Prasadam distributed every Sunday or Saturday in a proper place, in a temple area or somewhere. We don't have our own temple, but we can still, we have our own temple, but that is a rented house. But we have to go to some public place and distribute khichdi. And I can tell you, this distributing khichdi will make thousands devotees. So please take this as a very important instruction and start executing. Next question.
Hare Krishna sir, Dandat Pranam.
Abhay Chaitanya.
Sir, once you shared when you were in Germany, you were staying alone and you were reading Chaitanya Bhagavatam for long hours, like 6-7 hours continuously. But when in isolation here, it becomes very difficult for me to concentrate on anything. So I don't know how to motivate or keep myself focused on.
During this time, I don't know, Baba. Your lung has been affected. You should forget everything and simply take shelter of Krishna. Read and read and read, chant and chant and chant. You should feel very happy that I am in this state now. I can observe 24 hours. Your situation, I had already told once, I had a chicken pox in Bits Pilani. And I remember that was the best time for me because since I became a devotee, we were only speaking, preaching. And that is the time when I became very happy because that is the time I have to remain away. I was in the hospital and I just have to hear, read and chant. I don't have to go to class. I don't have to do anything. So you should feel very happy that Krishna has specially made arrangement for you just to engage 24 hours. That is best. This time I was in Ranchi and every day I was thinking I will find some time for myself. I didn't get. One day on Sunday we had a chanting session and then we had a class. After that I went and I cooked. So everybody had breakfast. And then after I cooked, then I thought that because I have to record some lectures for my course here. I thought that let me do. And then the Mr. Karyamunda, he's a very 9-time parliamentarian or a 7-time parliamentarian. He came. He is supposed to come. And Padma told me. So I went again, I cooked for him. He and his group. And then for the feast in the evening, after that, I started cooking. And then after that, at 4 o'clock, and they thought that you have to finish by 4 o'clock because 4:30 we have another meeting. So I went, so I have to finish. I finished cooking, and then I went to meet that person. And that is again another amazing experience for me. This Ajay, who is now in the scientist working in Netherlands, he is helping me to find he's helping me, he's arranging many meetings, and he's also helping us to get some land. So he took to this person, and this person, Govind Garudia, I should not tell the name anyway. So when we went, he and his wife, they are waiting for us to receive in their gate. I was amazed. And then I was chanting Hare Krishna, and his wife, took me. And when she heard I'm chanting Hare Krishna, she also spontaneously she started chanting the Krishna's name. And then we sat there in their drawing room. And then he made his son to come greet us, his daughter-in-laws to come and greet us. He had 3 sons, 3 daughter-in-laws, one by one, they all came. They greeted us. We had some discussion. They gave us some fruit. And then, he invited his old friend who is a retired judge. And then we had, they gave some suggestion how we can find the land and all those things. And after that, he personally came and see off us until we reached our vehicle. I have never seen such wonderful etiquette. We have met so many people. I was in Mumbai, I was anywhere. Such a beautiful Marwari family. Such extraordinary, etiquette they have. And I felt that we, even Krishna devotees, we have to learn how to treat others from such a beautiful family. And anyway, so I have to tell that, I don't know. And then we came back, and then I have to give a class. And after class, again, we had this Bhagavad Gita class for the IIT Kanpur students. So we have no time. That is how we should be busy. We should not be cribbling, Are Baba. So Abhay Chaitanya, be serious. And life is very uncertain. When it will ditch us, we don't know. So Bedahu Savadhan. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Pramanande. Hare Hare.
Thank you, sir.